This is Joseph Carter. The day is September. September the 20th.
21st, 11:45.
This is
21st, 11:35.
This is September the 21st, 11:35. I'm talking to Officer. Speak to several Las Vegas PDs about an incident that happened approximately about 30 minutes ago, and I'm requesting to speak to one of their sergeants because of the incident that happened. I was illegally search and seizure, and I'm just reporting it to the sergeant so that now they have their video cameras on, and now I'm videotaping this incident in order for to have proof of what transpired. They saying that I should wait for their sergeant for 20 minutes. I'm gonna wait 20 minutes for their sergeant. Now, I know your sergeant busy, you know. I had relatives that were sergeants and captains in Miami-Dade Police Department,
Oh, okay.
City of Miami.
Nice.
You know, so I understand what's.
Miami's a good time. I like Miami.
Oh man, Miami, I had to leave there, you know. After the incident that I went through, I just had to relocate for a new life, you know.
How long you been here?
I don't live in Vegas, sir.
Oh, you don't?
I don't live in Vegas.
Where you stay at, man?
I live in the city of Seattle.
Oh, Seattle's another good town. I
It
like
is a
Seattle.
beautiful town.
It is. Seattle's a good place, man. So you just came down for Life is Beautiful?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did. I mean, you know what? I know this is a hard job, and I know it's hard on everybody. But you know what? It's uncalled for. You know, whenever, I understand that that the events try to curb, but you can never really ever curb, something a situation, because once they put their property in somebody pay their hard-earned money, then they can't tell that individual. There's plenty of people doing the same thing that I do. I'm talking about over the internet, over StubHub, over Ticketmaster.
I'm not calling you a liar. I already know that that's going on.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that none of these officers here are the ones that had an interaction with you down there.
No,
right?
I know. That's the reason why I came on this side, so that I can report the situation and get a fairly decent opportunity to tell my side of the story.
What would have been best is if you asked for that officer's supervisor, and then his supervisor could have came over, because we all have different supervisors.
Okay.
So if this ever happens again, ask for that officer's supervisor.
Okay, yes, sir. So the thing of it is that even if I would have talked to his officer supervisor, now that it's in y'all hands, the ball is in your court right now. I'm saying your sergeant court. Now he can talk to that sergeant right there. He can communicate with that sergeant on the other side in order for we can rectify this situation.
Well,
even if he don't.
But here's the thing: do you have that officer's name?
No, I can identify him.
Yeah, but are you?
My lawyers, listen, sir. My lawyers will identify. We can pull those tapes. They got street cameras and they got cameras at their store. It was right in front of their store.
I'm just saying, for future reference.
I understand that, yes, sir.
Get a name.
I should have got his name and his badge number.
And then that way it's easier.
Well, me and several of my friends, we can identify the guy. We all seen his face. We all know it was two officers over there.
Okay.
So we can all identify them.
And when he gets here, man, we'll get it figured out.
Okay,
right?
yes, sir. I mean,
even if the officer was in the wrong, either way, we'll get it figured out. And if not, then we'll do what we've got to do.
Listen. We can just, you know what? I don't enjoy this shit. Just like, I know y'all don't enjoy arresting nobody. I don't enjoy fucking with officers. I don't, that's y'all got better things to do than to be talking to me.
I don't mind talking to you.
I'm just saying about.
I like talking to people, so I don't mind talking to you.
I'm talking about some things that,
You're good, man. Honestly, it doesn't bother me.
And I wasn't trying to be no hard ass, sir. I just know I just know all of the procedures.
And I know he doesn't have hard feelings.
I know, man. I'm saying neither one of y'all had not 1 ounce of bad intention or no bad attitude whenever I talked to y'all. I'm saying y'all were polite, y'all were proper, and y'all went by. I'm just saying y'all gave me the advice that I should have, And when I talk to you, the thing of it is that, man, this shit is hard on everybody. Our economy finna tank in a minute. So you think it's getting bad right now? Wait until this economy tank and watch how crime rise then. I'm serious.
I hear you, man.
Once the economy, when we go in a recession, then crime goes up.
Always.
Because then a lot of people just cut off from, their normal. A lot of people done lost their job. A lot of people done lost their property. You have people committing suicides and all kinds of things.
Yep. Yeah, he called me. He was dealing with the situation with Aguilar, and then he said he was going to come over as soon as he was done. Huh? Man, you know the hardest thing about this job? Is always having back pain.
Oh man, I know. You know what? Whenever I got out of the military, I'm just saying for a long time. Now I'm 54 years old. I work out like y'all. I'm just saying, even when you work out, sometimes you can still get back spasm.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and the only thing that cure back spasm is like either one of the two. You get hot or cold.
Yeah.
Or you can go get some muscle relaxers or something similar to that.
If I could, I'd probably take some muscle relaxers, but
I don't
they
think
don't
you
allow
can.
us to do
I
it.
know that. I'm saying certain medication you all is barred. I'm saying because of your job that you can't take. Just like you can't participate in any drug activity.
Yeah.
Like do any drugs. Trust me, man. I told you, my family, all of my family is either military or law enforcement. I mean, and I got 8 brothers. I'm just saying, not just my immediate family. I got cousins and uncles and all other,
They're all with Miami?
Not all in Miami. They spread it out. They like in El Paso, some in Miami, some in Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
All over.
That's good, man. How come you didn't go the law enforcement route?
I did. But you know what? I actually was the first in my family to graduate from high school and, college and stuff like that. And then I wound up because I had an incident in Miami where, guy, did something to me. I was young. I was hot-headed. I had just graduated. I had did my intern in Dade County Correction Facility. And then things turned.
Yeah.
Things turned. Wind up going to jail for 16, going to prison for 16 years.
16.
16.
For what?
Second-degree murder.
Oh.
I mean, you know what? It was sad because it wasn't something that I intended to do. It's just that it was I'm just saying I was having a problem and thinking that I could solve it on my own instead of, talking to the police department. I'm just saying, I had friends that were officers and stuff like that say, why you didn't, let us know? We would have, talked to the guy. We could have did this and that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, it sounds like you've moved past that, man.
Oh yeah, I moved past that a long time ago.
How old were you when you got arrested?
Actually, I was 22. I didn't get out. I was 38 when I got out. 38 years old once I got out of the joint.
That's crazy, man.
22 when I went in. Ain't never committed a crime. Never even had. But I did have. I had one traffic violation at the time. Other than that, got accepted to law school, all kinds of things. But I got my law inside, though. I'm just saying. I burnt
you were
it.
in the joint, you got your law degree?
Well, not my law degree. I was a law clerk.
Oh, gotcha.
I was a law clerk for 16, for the time I went in till the time I got out. You know, so
Is that what kept your mind off things, kept you
yeah,
busy?
well, yeah. You know, and you got to stay away from all the other things in the inside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that can trip you up inside.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's another world within a world.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, I hear you, man. It's
Oh yeah, but you know, you got to keep your mind and you got to keep sane. With my legal work, between reading my legal work and taking a lot of other courses while I was in there, you know, taking
were they like college courses?
they were vocational courses.
Okay.
You know, I got maybe 6 or 7, you know, certified in like building maintenance.
Nice.
I got horticulture. I had building maintenance, horticulture, ACHV. I had like several, you know, I'm
good,
saying
man.
certified through the state of Florida, not just because anytime that you take those courses, and you got teachers and you got to go through the exams and stuff, we get the exams from the state. It's still going through the vocational system. So I got certificates and everything still, you know, got my certification. But I got a degree in criminal justice political science though.
That's awesome. That's good, man.
Just trying to get my life
What do you
back.
think the biggest thing you learned in the joint?
Is to not commit crimes. Is to stay away
The
from
most self-explanatory one?
to stay away from bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, trust me, hey, I'm not perfect, guys. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. Now I know the thing that I did, you know, I prayed about it and I asked God for forgiveness because that wasn't in my character that happened. It was something that happened that I went outside of my, it was an outside body experience that happened when that happened. That's what that was. An outside body experience. I have friends that said that they seen the night that everything went down and they were like, oh man, you wasn't even, they said you wasn't even yourself. You were like a demon that was possessed.
That's crazy.
It is. I mean, because I could actually replay the whole situation over and I know that wasn't me.
Were you using or drinking or anything?
Never.
It was just
I never used drugs. I never
that much
drank.
adrenaline, huh?
That much drunk. Well, actually, what happened, it was a couple of incidents that transpired before that all led up into one, you know. I got assaulted by the guy and then everything else that transpired.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened?
I got this camera going. I mean, maybe after we off camera, you know, I'm just saying.
And you know
I
what,
can
man,
tell.
it's just a me and you conversation. It's not, you don't have to answer that.
Well, I know I don't. I mean, but I don't mind because, you know what? The thing that I did, I paid for it in blood, sweat, and tears, you know? And I'm saying not just pay for it in society. I paid for it with God, too, before God, you know? That's what happened. You know, with God, I paid, and God gave me a clear conscience because of that situation, you know?
This is my Sarge over here.
Yes, sir.
Let me talk to him real
Yes,
quick.
sir. Yes, sir.
Just give us a minute, all right, boss?
Yes, sir?
I said, just give us a minute.
Oh, yes, sir. I ain't got no problem with whatever y'all discussing, whatever the procedures are. Yes, sir.
Hi, Joe. I'm Sergeant Ellsworth, Metro Police. How's it going?
I'm Joe Carter, sir.
What's going on?
Okay, I was over there on the other side on 11. I'm just letting you know, Sergeant, that I'm also recording
I'm recording
the
as well.
situation. Yes, sir. I was over on 11 in Fremont. and I was standing over by the
Is
store.
outside the venue?
Yes, sir. I was actually on the sidewalk over there by the store, and I had one of your officers, which he said that you're not the sergeant on that side of the avenue.
I'm not. No.
But I came over here, so I felt more comfortable talking to, reporting the incident on this side than I would on that side of the situation. So I came over here.
The problem that we'll run into is there's a lot of officers working this venue.
Yes, sir. But I got
the
several
officer's
friends.
name?
Sir, I got several friends that we can identify this officer.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Is right now without a name, how am I supposed to know? We've had so many contacts tonight, and I'm not trying to blow you off here. I'm just saying it will be almost impossible for me to know which officer you dealt with.
Okay, you're right. You are definitely
make
right.
sense?
Yes, sir. You are right about that, and I do understand the logistics of that. But what I do understand is that my attorney. We could pull those tapes. There are street cameras, and there are cameras on the store. So we could pull. Listen, all I'm saying, sir, is
I'm not saying it's impossible that, like your attorney, you could find out who that is.
Yes, sir.
But what I'm saying is that if you want to make the complaint tonight,
I'm definitely gonna make
a
complaint.
It is, so that we can send it up the right chain. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
If you were to walk over to that location,
yes, sir.
And I'm just giving you options here.
Yes, sir.
If you were to walk over to that location and request a supervisor from that area,
yes, sir.
They would be able to. You'd be able to describe the officer. He would probably know who it is.
Yes, sir.
And be able to take your complaint.
Well, this officer, he already kind of pretty much figured out. I don't know. He said he asked me the name of the officer, and then he kind of sighed whenever I told him the name of the officer.
Do you know the name?
Well, I don't know his name. I'm just saying when I told him, I described the officer. He was about 6 feet. I understand what you're saying.
There's 2,500 officers that work on the department,
I understand.
and there's a mixture of those that are here tonight.
Yes, sir. I do understand.
So, like I said, it's really possible. The other way that you can do is you can contact our Internal Affairs Bureau in the morning, and they can take your complaint over the phone, through the email, anything like that.
I will. I mean, I'm recording this so that I will have documentation that I did speak to you. I'm saying I made contact with your police department and that I spoke to you. You say your name is
Sergeant Ellsworth.
Sergeant Ellsworth.
Yeah.
Now,
the other thing that I will say, okay, I don't know your whole situation. I only know what Officer Daly told me.
Yes, sir.
But you have to understand that buying and selling tickets secondhand without a business license is against the law.
I do understand
and
that.
So if he was detaining you for that purpose because they received information either from security or from the cameras that they saw you engaging in hand-to-hand sales of wristbands, buying them from people that are exiting and reselling them to people that are entering.
I wasn't selling them. I did buy them.
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Even if you're buying them, because the way that the rings work is one person buys them and then you go drop them off, like you walk over here to the entrance area, and then people that are trying to get in, there's someone else that's selling them to those going in.
Yes, sir.
So we're fully aware of the
whole
illegal
incident.
activity that happens. So what I'm telling you is that you conducting that illegal activity would give that officer reasonable suspicion, not only for a detention, but if you have probable cause to believe that you had that evidence on your person, then there's a lot of different ways that he can get those things.
He came up and made an allegation. If I had it in my pocket, if I did anything wrong, he would have placed me on the arrest and then took it.
I understand that.
But he took
what should have happened.
That's right. But he took all of my property without doing anything, without telling me that I was on the arrest. I was on the investigation.
We had a similar arrest over here just about how long ago? An hour ago. That property was seized, and that guy is at county jail on a felony charge.
Okay, yes, sir. I do understand that. All right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So, I mean, you have to make a decision on how you're going to go about that.
Hey, he got my property, so I reported to you all. I reported to Internal Affairs.
Wristbands are the property of the venue.
Yes. Okay, but they become my property once I purchase them from. If I purchase them from somebody, they're not my property.
That ticket can be taken away and torn up at any time.
Okay.
Because they have RFID stamps on them. And those are for the people that buy them from the authorized seller.
I understand that. So they have people that sell on StubHub. They have people that sell on Craigslist. They have people that sell everywhere. So.
Okay, just because more people are doing the scam doesn't make the scam legal.
It doesn't. You're right. You're right, sir.
You're complaining that you didn't go to jail for felony
Yeah,
tonight?
that's
Is that what
kinda-
you're complaining about?
Ma'am, if I would have went to
I'm
jail
just
for,
happy.
I'm just saying, ma'am, if I would have went to jail for a felony, it would have made not one difference. All it would have been is that I would have been in jail and I would have had to bond out. I did 16 years in prison. So you think a few days in detention would matter
Because I
to me?
remember they broadcast your description about an hour ago.
Oh, you did?
Over the radio. Yeah.
Okay, you did.
The Seahawks.
The Seahawks 24
Yeah, I remember
jersey.
that as well.
Okay.
And you were
Yeah, so
running
they
away
called
from
out that
somebody.
stop.
I was running away. I never
Yeah.
was running from nobody.
Yeah. they
I
were
never
looking
was
for
running
you.
from nobody, ma'am. I never ran from nobody.
I heard the
700,
broadcast of your
gig.
description.
I never ran from nobody.
Well, maybe the officer interpreted it as that then. But
Yeah.
somebody called your description out over the radio not too long ago. So.
Control 780.
I just reported the incident as it happened, and I recorded
So
the
it just
incident.
happened?
Well, about, probably about 20 minutes or 30 minutes ago.
Subject in a Seahawks jersey that ran from officers earlier.
We had a subject in a yellow Seahawks jersey who was selling wristbands, but we got them back and gave them over to security. Subject was H.
Copy, thanks. So it's a yellow.
It wasn't me.
Yellow Seahawks, what she said, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't me, man.
Okay. But
All
a
right,
similar
thanks, guys.
thing,
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
So like I said, you can contact Internal Affairs.
I will.
Or you can move over to that area because, Liz, it's impossible for me to take a complaint